Two, please rise for the pledge. Roll call, starting with Vinnie, please.
Vinnie Cannadella.
Debbie Sherman.
Stephanie Miller. And 2, 3. Are there any amendments to the agenda? Okay, hearing none. Student recognition. Wow, we love having all of you guys here. Thank you so much for coming. I know that Coach Stockwell is a little delayed, so Dr. Miller, you said that. What are we doing? We're having Anthony and Stephanie, or you, or?
Yes, Mr. Everett's going to help us with this, and Mr. Second as well. So one of the things that we are obviously here for this, and we're ending the month of December, and this is the perfect time for our students that have succeeded in all sorts of ways, from academics to drama and arts and athletics. So this evening we're going to begin with some academic recognitions and some drama recognitions and stuff. First off, then we'll see where that with Anthony will assist that. So Anthony, would you like to join me?
This is when we need Joe here to organize. This is the best part of the job. Joe, you good? I'll make a call.
Who led all that out and said all state English.
As I said to Bill.
So what happens is that more.
I said to him, swimming. So he said, we had technical. Good kid.
Got a team. Do we want to do that now? Until they're all here, might as well, right?
Robert, what, we missed a kid or a team? We missed a kid?
That's like the lady.
That's okay. Just have to have it. Yeah, but I mean, I don't think it's a whole team. I think it's just a person.
No, it's a team.
So why can't we recognize? Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are.
And
I just saw her and stuff. You're not going to. Not even a thought.
so we have the basketball. When the basketball kids get here, we're just gonna recognize them. But we're gonna move on.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So then moving on, minutes for November 22nd.
Motion to approve the November 22nd regular Board of Education minutes.
Are we supposed to be able to hear ourselves too? Okay, we're just gonna get through this 1 minute and then we'll do it. Go ahead, Deb. You said it. Did I have a second? Steve second. Are there any changes or amendments? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed or abstained? Motion carries. Back to the sports. Yes.
These two girls just came from 69-41. So, Coach Swan,
Yes,
I have
because she's a
school.
great teacher. Okay. Audience, audience of citizens, is there anyone who would like to address the board? I'm sorry, we don't have a mic up there, so just stand right there, wherever we can hear you. Yeah. Please. Yep, she deserves it. Nice job. Thank you. Having cleared the room, unless you want to say something, Joe, we'll move on. You're exhausted. Okay, our newly appointed secretary is not here tonight, so I don't believe we have any correspondence. But going into informational items, Mike D'Agostino, our new Chief Operations Officer. So
Okay, so good evening. We got the opportunity to introduce our Chief Operations Officer, Mike D'Agostino. He's here with me tonight. This is only his third week here.
and he's still here. Thank you.
We got a different to this report, and it's going to give a very quick update of what basically is with operations.
Okay, thank you. Good, thanks.
so, you may not be aware that most of the building ADA systems are challenged. We have some information on this program. all of those.
Just a quick question. When is that contract renewal? I don't know
It's
if,
the end of school year.
so 2023.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Very difficult to do. Thank you, Mike. Does anybody have any questions for Mike or want him to elaborate on anything? We look forward to, welcome to the team, and we look forward to working with you, and happy holidays.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Mike. Okay, they put this,
This is a good month. We just finished our course. So I asked just what our state indicates that now so he's here to see or
and Robert, it does help if the mic's in front of you, can really hear you. I'm not being fresh, I'm just, yeah, I mean, I see you can, because I can't hear very
that's
well.
the lawyer.
Thank you. Hi, Jim. Awesome.
No apology.
They have a close issue. Granted, it's very difficult for us to
We should all start a bus company.
I understand their problems. We have some problems. So I'm here to, so I understand the recognition, whatever the development. I want to thank you guys for doing that. I think it's a great thing to recognize. And our coaches, teams. So something we started last year. I was really happy that you guys supported it. Our kids, I know, love it. I know parents love it. I have a lot of great feedback on it. So, Rob has asked me to put together that report, so I have, I'm still file that. This is not a PowerPoint, and like I share that.
We have it.
It's just a first synopsis of all, and our and I'm assuming that I will move on. All participation. We have 171 participants, 165 girls is all. Breakdown is boys cross country at 7, boys soccer at 20, and football at 59. Girls cross country at 0, girls soccer at 20, girls volleyball at 27, and girls swimming at 18. I want to let you know that all of those numbers have increased except for girls cross country. We had one girl last year, and down to 0 this year. So that's a good sign. Coming out of COVID, not a lot of kids who were getting involved in athletics, and I think now we're really safe. As for winter participation, we have started. Tonight was our first night for winter sports. Starting back on November 28th for girls basketball and wrestling, and then December 1st for all our winter sports. Our total participants at this time, we have 127 athletes, 62 boys boys and 65 girls. The boys basketball team has 30, and we have started a boys basketball team for the first time in 6 years. So we have not boys national team used to when we first started, and then we got a cup out of budget, and we were fortunate enough to put that into the budget. We have great number of kids that come on basketball every year on the boys side. Our girls basketball team has 20. That's the highest we've had here in 5 years. We struggled to soup up a JV girls basketball team. Boys swimming dive has 27. Girls gymnastics has 13. Wrestling has 5, and we are in co-op with Derby and Holy Cross again this year. We had a really good experience with them last year, and we want to continue that experience with our members. 5 wrestlers we will be able to hold a team on our own. So co-op team with them for us to take, and it's going to be for us. Cheerleading has 14 members, and dance has 18 members, which is significantly higher.
Joe, quick question. Isn't cheerleading in the fall as well?
So cheerleading, I love explaining this. So the CIAC does not consider cheerleading or dance for athletics.
Oh, boy.
Consider it a student activity. Okay, and the reason they do that is because cheerleading does not want to be considered sport.
Okay.
Because then they would have regulation guidelines when they do practice. They would have to pick a season. Because they cheer in the fall and their competitions were in the winter, they would have to choose which one.
Okay.
So they do not, they're not considered a fall sport. They are considered a winter student activity.
Okay.
The CIAC loves to have cheerleading dance because when they have their competitions, a lot.
They get a lot of money.
And have to pay $12 to go in attendance.
Hmm.
And that doesn't go to the CIAC.
Yeah, yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
They bend the rule for those two sports.
Okay.
And both sides are okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, Natty Duplex Roots in here. This is another student activity recognized by the CIAC. This is a very strong supported program. And we are very fortunate as our unified sports leader, the CIAC, and the NPL love Jennifer. She has been recognized as the Northeast or the North American Unified Coach of the Year. They have fall sport. They have 73 people in their program, 27 boys and 46 girls. Their fall sports are soccer and kickball. Their winter sports are basketball. And their spring sports are volleyball, track, and corn.
Right.
So they have tournaments. They have hosted a corn tournament. We hosted a dance recently that was well attended by the NPL. And I tell you, if you had a bad day and you showed up at that dance, the day became fantastic. Kids loved it. Dancing like crazy all over the place.
Awesome.
Really had a great time. Well, any questions on any time? Okay, so I'm going to say this for boys soccer. For 16-year-old regular season, they had undefeated regular season. Unfortunately, we fell in a shootout to Old Saybrook in the semifinals. It was snow, the shootout, and snowy shootout. And kids played fantastic. They were NBL champions regular season and tournament champions, and they finished with 21 records. Our football team finished 5-5. Our girls volleyball team finished 12-8 regular season, and they went 2-1 in state championships. Our girls soccer team finished 2-13-1. Our girls swimming dive team finished 6-2 in regular season. And our boys officials with the sponsorship award, in which I would be attending the bank with this County. Individual honors, boys soccer. Our head coach Dan Batista was named the NBL Coach of the Year. Our assistant coach Evan Mooney was named the NBL Assistant Coach of the Year. Senior captain Matt Lee, Ball NBL, Ball State, the NBL Outstanding Senior, the NBL Tournament MVP, and all New England honors. Senior captain Matt Klein received all NBL Ball State honors. Senior captain Josh Bordello also received all NBL Ball State honors. Senior Mason Bale received all copper division. Senior Raymond Zayed Essa received all copper division, and senior Ryan King received all copper division. For girls soccer, Juliana was an all NBL selection, and Maya Musso was an all copper selection. For girls volleyball, Caitlin English was an all NBL selection. Maddie Stein and Leah Ward were all copper division selections. In girls swim and dive, Molly Clifford was an all NBL diver. In boys cross country, Isaac Post was an all copper selection. And in football, last night I'm on the High School Football Coaches Association committee. I'm one of the 5 football coaches in the state. That's on that committee. Last night we had our balloting for all state football. It's at Xavier High School. I was there at 4 o'clock. I left there at 10 o'clock. It was a very tedious process. But in the end, we found out that Julian Paps not only was first team all NBL, but he's the first all state football player since 2016.
Wow. Great.
That was nice. Piece of information to find out. Yeah, Nick Paul was the second team all NBL. The reason why Julian was not here tonight is we had practice in basketball with the basketball team, and Nick Paul was.
Oh, gosh.
Winter start dates, as I said already, girls basketball comes in November, and boys basketball, we should be back in gymnastics.
Sure, and I have one too. Sure, questions, Nicole?
I have 2. The first is, are there any sports programs that we don't currently offer in district that you would like to bring into district?
So I am entertaining all sports. Used to have ball years ago. I do have some interest from athletes who have contacted me. I have reached out to the NBL team, Willing and Seymour, have graciously invited us to join them.
Oh.
They go out and for the collaborative team this year. We just have to decide if we want to go up or collaborative. Collaborative is the new term for the CISC, usually called a team of 1, on which you have 3 athletes. So they said, well, it makes sense, a team of 1. So I believe that's what we said, we exactly about how all that. Depending on how many people we get, we will choose to go out or to go home.
So what's collaborative?
Oh boy. It's a very complicated. So collaborative team is you're performing for your school. Right?
Okay.
So
But you have a low number of athletes.
right, and we are looking to see, let's say, right? So our student would represent Oxford, okay, and they would play for Oxford. They would go to practice with Seymour, they would transport with Seymour, they would do everything with Seymour, but they would represent Oxford as its own team.
Interesting.
Okay. Go out, we would join.
Right, right.
Seymour / Oxford.
Right. So, and if this is a long answer, you don't have to do it now, but how does that work kind of financially?
So I will give you an example. We have go out to Missouri.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was just speaking with Dr. Miller about this today. We discussed something like that. If we were a standalone program with wrestling. The coaching stipends alone is over $8,000 for a head coach and an assistant. Transportation would be somewhere near $3,500 for a season. Officials, depending on how many home matches we have, would be somewhere in the range of $1,000 to $1,500. So it would cost us probably about $12,000 to run a
Standalone. Mhm.
last year it cost us $5,649 to co-op with.
And it's kind of a better experience.
$7,000 by car.
And I think it's a better experience for the kids too, when you're part of a larger team, and I like the fact that they're getting to know, you know, the kids in surrounding towns too. Okay, thank you.
And they can
I know you're not done.
play for a state championship, right? So
Yeah.
they can championship because they're.
Okay, Nicole's not done.
I'd like to go to some of the upcoming games. Where's the best place to find the schedule?
If you go to CASIAC.org, CASCIAC.org, you'll see a heading that says schedule. Click on that heading, all you have to do is follow the prompts, and it will take you to any Oxford sporting event that you want. You can even book all the events, and it'll list everyone. And every time I change due to weather, it is live. So when I made that change, Arbor transfers it over to CIAC puts it into their schedule.
Can we add that link to our
I was gonna
Saturday
say-
morning schedule?
We actually have on our website, under athletics.
Okay.
Go to athletics at the high school, you'll see a link for schedules, and click on that link, you can find it.
That seems
Yeah,
easy.
I would ask him to do a lot on the website for athletics, and he's really made it more,
User friendly.
yeah, it's user friendly. It's easier to find things not around. We even now have coach contact information on there. It's not their information, but if you click on that coach, you can send out an email. You can send that coach an email and says, hey, coach, I'd like to speak to you. Here's my number, this one. So we keep the privacy of the coaches, contact information away. But apparently, recently, by a coach.
Anything else?
Oh, that's it. Thank you.
Anyone else from this side of the table?
I just want to say, it was great to have the CIAC host the state football championship up at the field. Whoever arranged that, that was a win. It was people, I've heard nothing but positive things about the facility and stuff being there. So that was a great idea.
Yeah, thank you. It was a great opportunity for us to showcase our facilities. So Will had reached out to me, they're out there, reached out to me and asked about the prospect of playing there. I reached out to Dr. Miller, I reached out to Anthony, and asked for their approval, and both gave that approval to into it. We got everything set up for the game. CIAC was there, membership, Paul showed up, and Ron showed up from CIAC, and they were involved with our facilities and the prospect of hosting more games. Another great thing about that is they actually pay the host team check for hosting there, so we receive monies.
All right.
Even
better. Great. Probably shouldn't have told us that. Any? That. Anything to say?
I just wanted to ask if we could get something similar from middle school, as far as how many kids are enrolled in their program. So it doesn't have to be, anything formal. Just
Anything else from here? I have one question. You mentioned the co-ops, and I know they're becoming more and more popular. Are they kind of piggybacking off Nicole? Are there any other teams that we're thinking of, co-op hockey, lacrosse? you know, and I understand we're a small school, that's why we can't offer every single team, but the co-ops kind of let these small schools, if you have the interest, and those seem to be sports that a lot of kids do participate in.
Yeah, so we actually do have it.
That's right, it did start this year, right? I think this year.
Wow. And this is a great opportunity for us because West Haven owns their own rink. We do not have a rent time, which is very costly.
Sure.
Expensive for a lot. So the cost for us to be a part of this co-op.
Wow. Now, how do we get the kids there, or do they have to, there is,
They have provided transportation to West Haven.
which makes sense. Okay,
As far as other sports go, I am very guarded as to how many sports we offer. It has to be, we have to hit a certain number for us to pursue. And I know, you know, there's interest of kids that want to play something, but we always have to take into account the cost of it as well. And you mentioned the cost of the cost. If we were to do it would be transportation, it would be equipment, it would be coach, it would be officials, right? And that is not enough for the so we would have to find ways to do that.
Right.
I've had some girls approach me about starting a team this spring. It also has to be scheduled. We would not be able to get scheduled because the spring schedule for this year was made last summer. And so we wouldn't be able to do something this year. It would have to be something for following school, kind of like how you do it.
right,
So we would have to continue that process. And a lot of times it's tricky because the girls that want to do this year, they're also.
right,
And so I didn't have interest from the.
right. So it's a game that you have to figure out, but I just think that's great for the kids to have that, you know, opportunity.
I get killed for that.
Well, kind of like this report right now. I'm joking.
So we make an announcement if anybody's interested in sports, there's science. We sign a sheet. I get those things, I talk to them, those individuals, find out where they're from, and we so it's not just like, standpoint this sport.
Right.
It's
Good. I'm joking, you know, Joe. I know I can tease you. So if there's, I've been to a few. I've been to a few. So thank you. And anybody else have any other comments? And thanks for coming here tonight, bringing your athletes. And, you know, we're so proud of all of our students, but we love to recognize them too. So thank you so much.
Thanks, Doc.
Appreciate it.
Happy holidays.
Are these the extra ones?
Yes.
This is my friend who I said, do not call me on Tuesday.
My mother's been calling.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're good.
Bye, Joe.
Thanks, Joe.
Have a good night.
Happy holidays.
Okay. You too. Extra, even though Deb and I are the only ones in the spirit. Extracurricular, oh, Claire, Claire.
Oh, hey.
Claire's in the spirit.
Extracurricular activity updates.
So as I began meeting earlier, it's important to take a look at the full well-rounded experience that students have. So we just heard athletics, so it's important to find for the context of athletics is one way that students may be engaged in academic and school life, but other is extracurricular activities. So what we've done is provided you an updated report on activities at Red Oak Elementary School, but also in high school. We're not going to present it to you. If there's any questions that you have, I'd be happy to get answers to you. But the detail, those are of course detail of the specific activities students are in, and the number of students that are engaged in those activities, and the frequency of reading. And if there are specific questions right now, it's going to put answer to specific questions.
On the goes list, could we get whoever is the person that's
Uh,
the advisor.
I can get an updated report out to you.
Yeah, that's the only thing I was gonna say.
Yeah,
If they can all be kind of done the same, that'd be great. And then, we were looking into enrichment, right, Dr. Miller? If enrichment is running in the schools or
Yes, I'll get you an updated.
anybody else have questions on this? Okay, moving along, attendance, procedures, and update. Sure, can hear you.
So let me just provide context quickly. So from an attendance perspective, we had a number of work teams this summer to take a look at what the improvements were for the district. Attendance was a huge difference in last year. And it's no surprise that students missed a lot of learning time with last summer because of COVID. We want students to be in school the way that student learners are actually in class, in school, one time, learning every day. So we put an action team together. Stephanie was one of the administrators that were on that team. We put a number of action items together for this fall. We're still crunching the numbers of whether or not it's an impact on our time study, why students are still out. Across the state, I keep talking to superintendents, the issue of attendance is not going away. Every superintendent I talk to is facing the same situation, students who are not in school. My hypothesis is that students are right now, but we're really going to crunch that number. I don't expect me to get some, a little bit of information as to what we've done, then we'll get into the questions.
Sure, and I will keep this brief. Some information you have. There is a sense of urgency around attendance. Students are here. We invest in them. So we got together, we aligned our practices across the business. So K-12, we're trying to pull their same parents know going through what means what. The first thing in practice talks about truancy versus chronic absenteeism. Both are markers for us by the state. So truancy, the award students try to in a 30-day cycle or 10 days across the whole year. A big thing you may hear about is parents getting robocalls because their student hasn't been holding in. And that purpose is to get parents to call their students in as well as send in a note. The state says we have to have information from a parent first 9 still to be excused. Anything after 9, it's a little more complicated with either administrative approval or events, and then a few other special things, and of course, single doctor's things. So it's more complicated than yes, my students in school or not. But the real nice part of this summer was we created a manual for all the administrators so that we could get all the information out to them at the beginning of the year. We have some technology, not some, a lot of technology work to do. There's documents, PowerPoint, next to the over. As we started to get the data, we realized there really isn't clean data, stuff running past almost 2 full years of COVID, the numbers are skewed. And as you may have been hearing, the start of this year has been pretty sick as well. And we all have our reasons why the masks, being off and now we're sure there's a significant amount of focus to RSV and other things that kids have for long period of time. And believe it or not, we're looking at data, and we have a quick that 10, just even from some of the things I just mentioned, we're not even one semester in.
Can I just ask you a question? But if a child has an illness, an extended illness, and has a doctor's note, it doesn't count in that 10. Does it?
It counts in 10, oh yeah.
So the, oh, okay.
The state says you're chronically absent.
Okay.
18 days of the year. We're trying to our students from that. So they make it that under the 10. So you're getting those marks before they get to 18. So
Okay.
if they got 9 excused, then we're verifying. We know that we took our daughter to the doctor, we treated, we're trying
Right.
to get to school. That seems to be the push from the state, so that we're all trying to get kids back to school.
Because the other thing is, I mean, for the dawn of ages, I mean, kids are sick, You know, so I mean, sickness or unable to get to school, I guess I could ask the question, is that where the issue is? Or is it kids that are healthy enough to get to school and for whatever reason are not getting to school? I would think that those are the kids that need to get to school. Yeah.
So we still have those school as well as, that's some of the issues with to school. But mostly I have to say that this line, even though we maybe haven't had to yet, the more that programs well, we're aligned with almost at 3 days out, this is social worker, like, so we have
Yeah.
trackers in the bed, any of those markers, so numbers have lots of cookies and or maybe whatever it takes to get our students, so we understand how to support them.
And Dr. Mel, that's consistent in every, because this was a committee that you formed, so this is consistent in every school.
Yeah, so the committee had district management schools, and then spent time in our annual retreat, unpacking this for the whole team, so everyone would be on the same page for the school year.
So yes, we are still dealing with, a number of reasons, so that's where the happening is go. Targets across the board are, some classes are across the board. We do have some line. There are some things still happening to be fully implemented, but we started really with a high bar, we will get there, but it's just not there yet, and that's, we don't want to misrepresent our students really. But it's good work, it's,
Thank you. Questions?
As far as like the state's concerned, I know that the state passed laws recently saying that school discipline isn't reportable to the colleges, along with the juvenile justice laws. So the Connecticut colleges can't ask for school discipline based on that. Is this one of those subjects that is reportable or is not reportable to?
I started as a school counselor, and I almost never remember having attendance to schools, to colleges.
Okay.
So some,
I mean, because at some point, if we like a total, chronic absent person, obviously, I would think there must be a trigger that would
so some
flag.
of the schools, have lost the training process or something like that.
Okay.
Don't have that right now, that's something every needs to know that, consider there's a program.
Okay. All right, that's fine. I just was curious.
Yeah, the product discipline doesn't have an attendance. So, for example, the student were to be put in suspension, counts as an absence until giving them education outside of school or in school suspension, counts as an absence until classroom. So that can get working well.
So the gray area for that would be as if you did discipline a student, that wouldn't be reportable that instant, but the record that they have would be the record for it.
Certain disciplinary actions require attendance suspension.
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
So
Okay.
should be easier than it is, but it's not.
Any other questions? Go ahead, Steve.
So when I'm reading this, we always talk about excused and unexcused. There really is no difference in this perspective.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
It's more for how school support the excuse versus other students. Are there trends? That's why we need to know what the state.
So I know we all agree that we want kids in school and that's where the optimal learning happens, right? But what does the state actually do? If you have kids, I mean, we've had in the past higher absentee, like what does that actually mean? End result, action.
I don't know how much sort of the next generation capital standards and the work rate is.
Yeah, I've been in those reports for other districts and everything, so I understand it's part of a weighted average grouping of a score, but other than that, like, are there any other implications in those? No? Well, see, I would have thought Connecticut would have been the other, one, some sort of.
No, there's nothing text to it. It's that question your tenants can really report, but other than that.
I was like, well, you know, we gave you 100,000 last year, 10,000 now, somebody else. No, it's not like that. Not that we get money from the state.
Any other questions? Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is that all that you guys are reporting on?
Oh, happy holidays.
Oh, and thank you. Well, you know what? He is just so special. And, I see one that's the fridge here. I'm not sure if we have some of those. We won't have to say, but they look delicious. Thank you so much. And it's just so nice of you to think of us. You know what, with this table? Can we just make sure that they turn the table around? My reindeer is getting totally ruined. Yeah, because mine's not flipped the right way. Thank you.
Okay. Yes.
I'm gonna send you the bill for my reindeer sweater. Are you having cookies now? Sure. Oh, so are you guys done here? You don't have to stay. What did Tracy Ullman say?
You're welcome to stay. You're welcome to stay. Thank you for
Yeah.
staying.
Yeah, let's stay
Thank
with
you.
Thanks.
Need this now. Thank you so much.
Happy holidays.
That was very thoughtful. We appreciate it. Oh, this is-
Okay.
We're gonna do ECA now, just so you guys know. I don't know if they wanted to say.
Don't leave.
Why don't they want to hear what we were doing? They can read it in the minutes.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, ECA is gonna be pretty, it's up to you, but I mean, you can find out what goes on. Yeah.
On Saturday, I'll stay.
Third
Thank
side.
Good night.
I just
Got stuck again. Okay, so go ahead, ECA.
Okay, so the topic of ECA has been something that we've been banting around for the last few years in our Education Finance Committee. It's in Center for Arts and Students, art, creative writing, performances, it's an ACES school right at Unity. We pay tuition, we pay education to students there. This year, we only have juniors and seniors attending that program. The conversation that we're going to have with you tonight is whether or not we're going to continue supporting students going to ECA. These does provide logistical challenges in high school. We have to build a time schedule that allows the students to take our classes in the morning and leave to get to their classes in the evening and afternoon. And then there's a financial cost to it. So right now, this year we're spending between tuition and transportation $51,000. That's not the cost. That's equivalent to the first year teacher. So when you talk about a tight budget, that's resources that's supporting 6 students, and that could be supporting an entire group of 75, 80 students in high school, or an elementary school teacher, or a middle school teacher, or a support staff at BCBA. It's a question of where do we want to support, and as we're beginning to build out our whole high school, this evening you're going to see 4 course proposals for the arts. So as we continue to build our program internally, we'd like to keep our students in our high school if all possible. So that's the context behind tonight's conversation.
Does anybody have, I mean, we've talked about this before and we've asked you for information on this, so thank you so much for getting it to us. Does anybody have any questions on the information that was given to us or about the program? No. So, it's something that Mike's not here, he's our finance guy, but, we've talked about it in the finance subcommittee. So,
we went through it too quickly in curriculum as well.
and we went through quickly in curriculum, and I'll just make the comment that this has been something that we've been trying to build for some time. I mean, take COVID out of reinforcing the arts, getting AP music classes, AP art classes, doing more, supporting drama and, the things that kids, we want to keep our most talented kids in our school. And, we obviously believe that that's that's going to benefit, them and to the school. So, I'm all for us, trying to keep our kids here. Did you want to say anything, Dad?
I have a motion.
Oh,
If everybody's comfortable with what we've talked about. Motion to allow the remaining 4 students to enroll for the 2023-2024 school year, and no additional students will be allowed to enroll from Oxford to ECA.
second. Joe, is that you? Joe, second. Any further discussion, or did everybody hear that motion? Any further discussion? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed or abstained? Motion carries. Thank you, Deb.
So the next thing I'll have is that I will now communicate to our 8th grade families that I know that as students begin exam for next year, that these students and parents are supporting that.
And, the fact that it's dwindled and we haven't had students, applying for it for the last couple of years, hopefully they're getting what they need from our district.
Thank you.
Okay, and your report, Dr. Miller?
My report, in the spirit of holidays, I want to thank you again. I want to the U.S. board work in lockstep together. I've never worked with more cohesive, more passionate, more committed board in the benefit of students. I want to thank you for all the hard work you do. So congratulations for being such a high performing board. Just really work with you. And the second thing I would say tonight is this week marks the anniversary of Central. And there's 2 things that we'll say here. One is that every student graduates high school ready to be successful in life. And the second is that they're purposeful to their families. And we do everything that we can to make sure that the students do. And in some cases, we're not to that. So in the spirit of those families and the laws, we can just take a moment to have those announcements.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My report, kind of mirroring Dr. Miller's. We just wish the staff and staff from everyone who works with our kids all day and sometimes all night. We appreciate the hard work that they do. We wish them a restful holiday break and holiday season. And and I know this board is here for the best interest of the students, and thank you for acknowledging, because we really do work well together. But so on behalf of the board, we want to just extend our best wishes to the staff and the students. Subcommittee facilities, Joe. Awesome. Deb, curriculum.
In the packet are 4 music classes that are,
Funny, we just mentioned that.
I know. So I'm sure everybody's had a chance to review it. If you haven't, this will be a first read. Do they need to know this by the 13th? I know we talked about that.
What they would do is they put in the course of studies as students know that they could enroll in it, and it's in work.
So we would vote on our next meeting to approve these. We had Jen Crooks and Emily Marquette attend our meeting, gave us some feedback on these classes, and they sound great. So we were really happy to see some new classes coming to high school. That's, I mean, we did a lot of curriculum. We gave hopefully, I think everybody's seen the website for curriculum. We have some tweaking to do. We have a lot of issues with our curriculum. And we will have 2 meetings for curriculum in January. The first meeting will be middle school and high school schedules. And the second meeting will be a discussion of where we are at curriculum, hopefully having some curriculum that has been borrowed and brought to our district, and hopefully make some significant changes relatively quickly. And I can update everybody at the next meeting.
So these are all just first.
These are all first.
Okay, so, policy, Nicole?
So we have 2 new policies that we're bringing forth for a first read. The first has to do with the meal charging policy. We talked about that at the last meeting, that the federal money has run out, so now we have to start charging for lunches again. The big takeaway here is that no child will be refused a lunch or shamed for not having enough money on their account. And it lays out what we're going to do to pursue delinquent debt. And the collection strategies are all focused towards the parents or the guardian. It does not address the child. So take a look at that and let us know if you have any questions. The second policy is our fundraising policy. We had some issues regarding what would be appropriate sponsorship for advertising, and we needed some clarity across the district. So we were able to take a look at some sample language from another district, because Shipman and Goodwin does not have a model policy on this. So this is something that we cobbled together on our own. So again, take a look at it. If you have any questions or concerns, let us know, because we'd like to get it approved for the second read in the next meeting.
And what it's the existing fundraising policy, we have concerns
Make it a little clearer,
yes.
makes it easier for people to understand. Thank you, Nicole. Mike's not here, so I don't think we have anything.
We have a finance meeting scheduled for the 20th.
Okay,
At that meeting, I hope to outline some greater details when the board works out the in January and the process for the budget. But our meeting is the 20th, and we'll be talking about the initial look over our budget for next year, and I will further into the IT budget, how to start it for this year.
the only other thing I would say to board members that after going through this process, if there's anything that you've thought of, like, oh, this would be, an easier way to do that, or this is something that I'm interested in, or, something about our process. I mean, we're trying to improve it every year. So if you get that to Mike or Robert, then, we can make sure, because I know that our budget is, transparent, and we build it from the ground up, and, and we truly do that. So, that's a nice change. And I think we do put forward a really strong budget when we present it to the town. But if anybody has any suggestions, then we're open for that too. Okay, any liaison reports? I don't have anything.
So that's not a PTO meeting?
No. Anybody else a liaison? Okay. So hearing none, we are now going to go into executive session. So, okay, good. Actually, can you give it to Nicole?
This one?
No, I don't think so.
Actually, that's it. Yeah,
Oh, she's got it. See, that's why I sent it to her.
I hereby move that the board enter into executive session for the purpose of a strategy discussion and receipt of attorney-client privileged communication regarding pending legal claim brought by a former district employee, and I further move that the board invite Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Miller, into executive session.
Second.
Any discussion, questions? All those in favor? Opposed or abstained? Motion carries. So now we will go into executive session. Right. Right. So just let me know. So I can-